Shalom, 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 wakazak mashpaka. Welcome to another episode of Daily Tonic in the World right here, GC Create TV. And I remain your humble host, Daniel, Fiercing Lion Yasharala. And today we are continuing from where we stop, which is the book of Shemu'el Sheniy, which is 2 Samuel. And taken from chapter 6, going straight down to chapter 6 to chapter 11 today. And it says, again, David gathered together all the chosen men of Yasharel, 30,000. And David arose and went with all the people that were with him from Beli Yehuda to bring up from thence the ark of Elohim, whose name is called by the name Yahuwah Shavot, that dwell between the cherubim. And they set the ark of Elohim upon a new cart, and brought it out of the house of Abinadab that was in Giva, and Uzzah and Achio, the sons of Abinadab, drove the new cart. And they brought it out of the house of Abinadab, which was at Giva, accompanying the ark of Elohim. And Achio went before the ark, and David and all the house of Yasharel played before Yahuwah on all manners of instruments made of firewood, even on harps and on psalteries and on timbrel and on shofar and on cymbals. And when they came to Nacon's threshing floor, Uzzah put forth his hand to the ark of Elohim and took hold of it, for the oxen shook it. And the anger of Yahuwah was kindled upon Uzzah, and Elohim smote him there for his error, and there he died by the ark of Elohim. What do you observe here? Remember that Uzzah was not appointed to be from the tribe that can go near the ark, though he has a good heart that let me try to help the ark from falling, because the oxen, they shook the ark. He was like, let me help the ark from falling. But the anger of the Most High never cared, maybe was trying to help. The anger of the Most High was kindled, and he killed Uzzah on the spot. Now, yes, my question. This is to tell you people out there, you Hebrews out there, that don't think, let me do this thing actually, maybe it can help Yahuwah. Remember that Shaul did the same thing, saying that the people said, let us keep these sheep, these oxen for ascending smoke offering unto Yahuwah. When Yah said, go there and destroy them completely, both the man, the woman, the animals, everything they destroyed utterly. As I tell people, there are some things that you might think in your heart that they might be good. Let me see if I can do it to help the work of the Most High. Don't get it twisted. This is what I do tell people. Don't think that you are in any way doing Yahuwah a favor in this truth. What you are meant to do is to listen, open your ears to follow instructions. Don't think, let me do it in my own way to help Yahuwah. Yahuwah don't need your help. Yahuwah can choose to raise stones to replace you as a human. So some thinking that you are doing things to help Yahuwah. You ain't helping Yahuwah. Yahuwah is the one helping you not to be destroyed. That is why he chose you. That is why he called you. That is why he gave you those assignments. But when you start thinking that, let me just do this thing to help Yahuwah, and then gradually you are digging your grave. The same way Uzzah used his own hand to dig his grave by thinking that he can help Yahuwah by trying to adjust the ark or raising his hand to the ark of the covenant, saying that because the oxen shook it. Let's proceed. And David was displeased, and because Yahuwah had made a breach upon Uzzah, and he called the name of the place Peret Uzzah to this day. And David was afraid of Yahuwah that day and said, how shall the ark of Yahuwah come to me? So David would not remove the ark of Yahuwah unto him into the city of David, but David carried it beside into the house of Obed Edom the Gittite. And the ark of Yahuwah continued in the house of Obed Edom the Gittite 3 months. And Yahuwah blessed Obed Edom and all his household. And it was told King David, saying, Yahuwah has blessed the house of Obed Edom and all that pertains unto him, because of the ark of Elohim. So David went and brought up the ark of Elohim from the house of Obed Edom into the city of David with gladness. Now, I want you to observe something here. Sometimes, because the scripture says love your neighbor as you love yourself, doesn't mean it means that love your neighbor less than you love yourself. Now, because the ark of covenant, the ark of Elohim, killed Uzzah, that doesn't mean that the Most High actually is wicked. For that reason, David chose to take the ark of Elohim to the house of Obed Edom, that poor man, that if he want to die, let him die. But Yahuwah turned things around instead. Within the space of 3 months that the ark of Elohim was at the house of Obed Edom, the Most High blessed Obed Edom, that the news got to King David. And King David, as in this particular scripture portraying, shows that truly him himself is in no way selfish. When he saw that the same ark that killed Uzzah blessed Obed Edom, then he said, let me take it into my city. Why can't he say that? Who knows, maybe it will still kill more. For the fact that he heard that Obed Edom has been blessed and is anything that pertains to him in less than 3 months, David had to order for that ark to come into his own city. Now, here's my question. How many of you are there so self-centered? How many of you actually will say things because it's actually going the wrong or the bad way right now, you think that's the end? Then it make a U-turn and turn away. Listen, if you're in this truth, trials will come. But the question is, how did you choose to humble yourself and endure that trial, fight through that trials, seek understanding to understand that trials, and see how you can overcome that trial? Why do you think the book of Sirach chapter 2 said something? If you read from verse 10 there about coming downwards, it talks about some things where he said, woe to them that are double mind. What's that double mind? Can I let the ark of Yahuwah be in my place? The same ark that killed Obed Edom, won't it kill me as well? Meanwhile, you're meant to say it happened because he disobeyed Yahuwah. Say to us as well in this truth. We have some people that will be like, but Yahuwah said he will bless me when I keep his commandments. But I'm going through trials. Maybe I should just let me try to see if I can just do it the normal way I used to do it back then. Maybe I can just do some little street things to make some money. You're already double-minded. Automatically, you have been cursed by Yahuwah. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Now let's proceed. Now we're in verse 13. And it was so that when they that bore the ark of Yahuwah had gone 6 paces, he sacrificed oxen and fatlings, and David danced before Yahuwah with all his might, and David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Yasharel brought up the ark of Yahuwah with shouting and with the sound of shofar. And as the ark of Yahuwah came into the city of David, Michal, Shaul's daughter, looked through a window and saw King David leaping and dancing before Yahuwah, and she despised him in her heart. This is why I tell people, don't feel too big. If it's the time for things of Yahuwah, don't feel too big. Now, she was despised in her heart towards King David because he was dancing anyhow. He was just dancing his own dance. He don't care what happens. But she was like, imagine a king dancing like this. Oh, dear. or for the sake of pride. Let us push on. And they brought the ark of Yahuwah and set it in its place in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. And David offered ascending smoke offerings and peace offering before Yahuwah. And as soon as David had made an end of the offering of offering, ascending smoke offering and peace offering, he blessed the people in the name of Yahuwah Shavot, and he dwelt among all the people, even among the whole multitude of Yasharel, as well to the women as men, to everyone a cake of bread and a good piece of flesh, and a flagon of wine. So all the people departed, everyone to his house, and David returned to bless his household. And Michal, the daughter of Shaul, came out to meet David and said, "How glorious was the king of Yasharel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants, as one of the vain followers shamelessly uncovers himself." And David said unto Michal, "It was before Yahuwah, which chose me before your father and before all his house, to appoint me ruler over the people of Yahuwah, over Yasharel. Therefore will I play before Yahuwah, and I will yet be more vile than thus, and will be base in my own sight. And of the handmaids and of the maidservants which you have spoken of, and of them shall I be had in honor." Therefore Michal, the daughter of Shaul, had no child until the day of her death. Why? Because when she was meant to get blessing, she got cursed just because she saw David dancing before Yahuwah. As I tell people sometimes, when you see people doing things for Yahuwah, don't mock them. Don't mock them. Because you might not know, maybe while you're mocking them, actually Yahuwah is upset with you. Yahuwah will never send you an email to warn you or to tell you that he's upset with you. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Now in verse 7. And it came to pass, when the king sat in this house, and Yahuwah had given him rest round about from all his enemies, that the king said unto Nathan the priest, "See now, I dwell in a house of cedar, but the ark of Elohim dwells within curtain." And Nathan said unto the king, Go do all that is in your heart, for Yahuwah is with you." And it came to pass that night that the word of Yahuwah came unto Nathan, saying, "Go and tell my servant El David, thus says Yahuwah, shall you build a house for me to dwell in? Whereas I have not dwelt in any house since the time that I brought up the children of Yasharel out of Mizraim, even to this day, but I've walked in a tent and a tabernacle, and in all the places wherein I have walked with all the children of Yasharel, spoke I a word with any of the tribes of Yasharel, whom I commanded to feed my people Yasharel, saying, Why build ye not me a house of cedar? Now therefore, so shall you say unto my servant David, Thus says Yahuwah Shavot, I took you from the sheepcote, from following the sheep, to be ruler over my people, over Yasharel. And I was with you whithersoever you went, and have cut off all your enemies out of your sight, and have made you a great name, unto the name of the great men that are in the earth. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Yasharel, and will plant them, that they may dwell in a place of their own, and move no more, neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them anymore, as before time, and as since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Yasharel, and have caused you to rest from all your enemies And Yahweh tells you that he will make you a house. And when your days be fulfilled, and you shall sleep with your fathers, I will set up your seed after you, which shall proceed out of your generation, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripe of the children of men. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Shaul, whom I put away before you. And your house and your kingdom shall be established forever before you. So your throne shall be established forever. According to all these words and according to all this vision, so did Nathan speak unto El David. Then went King David in and sat before Yahuwah, and he said, Who am I, O Adonai Yahuwah? And what is my house that you have brought me hitherto? And this was yet a small thing in your sight, O Adonai Yahuwah. And you have spoken for a great while to come. And is this the manner of man, O Yahuwah, O Adonai Yahuwah? And what can David say more unto you? For you, Adonai Yahuwah, know your servant. For your word's sake, and according to your own heart, have you done all these great things to make your servants know them. Wherefore, you are great, O Adonai Yahuwah. For there is none like you, neither is there any Elohim beside you, according to all that we have heard with our ears. And what one nation is, and what one nation in the earth is like your people, even like Yasharel, whom Elohim went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for him great things and terrible for your land before your people, which you redeemed to you from Mizraim, from the nations, and from their Elohim. For you have confirmed to yourself your people Yasharel, to be a people unto you forever, and you, Elohai, are become their Elohim. And now, O Yahuwah Elohim, the word that you have spoken concerning your servant and concerning his house, establish it forever. Do as you have said, and let your name be magnified forever, saying, Yahuwah Shavot is Elohim over Yasharel. And let the house of your servant David be established before you. For you, O Yahuwah Shavot Elohai of Yasharel, have revealed to his servant, saying, I will build you a house. Therefore, as your servant found it in his heart to pray this prayer unto you, and now, O Adonai Yahuwah, you are that Elohim, and your word be true, and you have promised this goodness unto your servant. Therefore now let it please you, to bless the house of your servant, that it may continue forever before you. For you, O Adonai Yahuwah, have spoken it, and with your blessings let the house of your servant be blessed forever. Now we're in chapter 8. And after this, it came to pass that David smote the Philistines and subdued them. And David took Metheg Aamah, out of the hand of the Philistines. And he smote Moab and measured them with a line, casting them down to the ground, even with 2 linens measured, if it to put to death, and with one full line to keep alive. And so the Moabim became David's servants and brought gifts. David smote also Hadadezer, the son of Rechov, the king of Shova. So as he went to recover his border at the river Perath, and David took from him 1,000 chariots and 700 horsemen and 220 horsemen. And David held all the chariots horses, but reserved of them 100 chariots. And when the Aramean of Damascus came to help Hadadezer, the king of Sova, David slew of the Aramean 22,000 men. Then David put garrison in Aram of Damascus. And the Aramean became servants to David and brought gifts, and Yahuwah preserved David whithersoever he went. And David took the shield of gold that were on the servants of Hadadezer, and brought them to Jerusalem. And from Bethak, and from Berothai, city of Hadadezer, King David took exceeding much brass. When Toi, king of Kamath, heard that David had smitten all the host of Hadadezer, then Toi sent Joram his son unto King David to salute him and to bless him, because he had fought against Hadadezer and smiting him. For Hadadezer, had war with Toi, and Joram brought with him vessels of silver and vessels of gold and vessels of brass, which also King David did dedicate unto Yahuwah, with the silver and gold that was dedicated, okay, that he had dedicated, of all nations which is subdued. 12. Of Aram and of Moab and of the children of Ammon and of the Philistine and of Amalek and of the spoil of Hadadezer, the son of Rechov, king of Sova. And David got him a name when he returned from smiting the Aramean in the valley of Salt, being 18,000 men. And he put garrison in Edom. Throughout all Edom put he garrisons, and all they of Edom became David's servants, and Yahuwah preserved David whithersoever he went. And David reigned over all Yasharel, and David executed judgment and justice unto all his people. And Joab the son of Seruiah was over the host, and Yahushaphat the son of Achilud was recorder, and Sadok the son of Achithov, and Achimelech the son of Abiathar. There were the priests, and Serayahu was the scribe, and Benayahu the son of Yahuyada was over both the Kerathim and the Pelithim, and David's son were chief rulers. Wow. Now we are in chapter 9. And David said, is there yet any that is left of the house of Shaul, that I may show him kindness for Jehonathan's sake? And there was of the house of Shaul a servant whose name was Shiva. And when they had called him unto El David, the king said unto him, are you Shiva? And he said, your servant is he. And the king said, is there not yet any of the house of Shaul, that I may show kindness of Elohim unto him? And Shiva said unto the king, Jehonathan has yet a son, which is lame on his feet. And the king said unto him, where is he? And Shiva said unto the king, behold, he is in the house of Machir, the son of Amiel, in Lodevar. And then King David sent and fetched him out of the house of Machir, the son of Amiel from Lodevar. And now when Mephibosheth, the son of Jehonathan, the son of Shaul, was come unto El David, he fell on his face and did reference and did sorry now okay and was come to El David here. He fell on his face and did reference, and David said, Mephibosheth. And he said, Behold your servant. And David said unto him, Fear not, for I will surely show you kindness for Jehonathan's sake, for Jehonathan your father's sake. I will restore you and all the land of Shaul your father, and you shall eat bread at my table continually. And he bowed himself and said, What is your servant, that you should look upon such a dead dog as I am? Then the king sent to Sheba, Shaul's servant, and said unto him, I have given your Adonai's son all that pertains to Shaul and to all his house. You therefore and your sons and your servants shall till the land for him, and you shall bring in the fruits, that your Adonai's son may have food to eat. But Mephibosheth, your Adonai's son, shall eat bread always at my table. And Shiva had 15 sons and 20 servants. Then said Shiva unto the king, According to all that my Adonai the king has commanded the servant, so shall your servants do. As for Mephibosheth, said the king, he shall eat at my table as one of the king's son. And Mephibosheth had a young son, whose name was Micah. And all that dwell in the house of Shiva were servants unto Mephibosheth. So Mephibosheth dwelt in Jerusalem, for he did eat continually at the king's table, and was lame on both his feet. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I remain your humble brother, Daniel Fiercely Lion Yasharala, and I am here to speak to my fellow matchmaker out there based on the coming movie project which I'm trying to work on. We all know that the enemies actually be able to deceive our people through the means of rituals, giving us the wrong depiction and every other thing through the wrong depiction. And right now, we are here on the mission to correct the wrongs which are given to us. We all know that when it comes to communication, the easiest way to assimilate faster is based on what you see and what you hear at the same time. Because sometimes what you hear you might forget, but whatever you see in accordance with what you hear, it saves up in the mind. That is why I'm trying to come up with this movie, to see how I can use this movie to wake our people who are right here in Nigeria. It's high time we have to wake our people up, because enough is enough for the deceit. And remember, if the scripture itself says that if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Which simply means to wake our people up, we need to go down to the foundation, going down into historical breakdown to unfold some lies they're given to us. Because don't get it twisted, right here in Africa, our people have been deceived in religion that anyone who comes up to speak differently or speak against the white Jesus, they make them to believe that they are the Antichrist. So we will not come out in that same format. Right now, we are trying to come out with a different perspective. We're trying to come out as a movie to show our people the wickedness of the white men from the very start, to prove to them that they are not called Nigerians, but they are actually the true descendants of the 12 tribes of Yasharel. And remember, before we can be able to get things fixed, we must firstly fix the mind. So I'm here to solicit to all my arts, all my coaches out there, to make this movie a success. I need your support. I need your support in prayers, support and supplies for all we need for production. Because I'm sure you know, if I'm actually to go and produce some wicked movies under Nollywood or Hollywood, They will give us the support we need. But we are trying to do a righteous assignment right here. We only need ourselves to get things done. That's I'm here today to say to all my brothers out there, I need your support to make this movie project a success. In the information you can see right now on the screen, you can choose to send your support through that means, and we will honorably appreciate every support that's been sent to make this movie project a success. So with this, I say thank you to the Rabba Mashpaka and to the Rabba Yahoo as well.
For sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928. Who said that the righteous don't party?
It's party time!
Are you hoping to hold a show having an exclusive DJ come to mix with righteous songs from various Hebrew artists coming from different parts of the world, bringing their unique voices to praise Yahuwah using the ministry of songs, and also having a DJ who can help us mix the sync of musics together to make you shake your body and dance off your sorrow righteously? Please contact DJ Shemu'el Kingdom Music.
Yo, shalom and peace. Be encouraged. This is DJ Yoel. Hold on to the vision the Most High gave you. He will bring it to pass.
For booking and inquiry, please call DJ Joel on +1 770 256 2241. Call us today and let's make your event a memorable one. Shemu'el Kingdom Music, bringing the vibe of righteousness into your event.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. It's still your program, Daily Tonic in the World, right here on GC Crate TV. And now we're starting from where we stopped to round up for today's episode of the show. Now we're in chapter 10. And it came to pass after this that the king of the children of Ammon died, and Canaan, his son, reigned in his stead. Then said David, I will show kindness unto Canaan, the son of Nakash, as his father showed kindness unto me. And David sent to comfort him by the hand of his servants for his father. And David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Canaan, their Adonai, do you think that David honors your father, that he has sent comforters unto you? Has not David rather sent his servant unto you to search the city and to spy it out and to overthrow it? Wherefore Canaan took David's servants and shaved off the one half of their beards and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. Verse 5. Then when they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. Now here's my question. Why do you think those servants of David were greatly ashamed? Let us confirm that. Many will say because their clothes was torn in the middle, able to their buttocks. That may be because they are actually naked. Let us check if that is true. Let's proceed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown and then return. That's to show you that the reason why they were greatly ashamed was because the canon has put that reproach upon them by shaving one half of their beards, making them go against the will of Yahuwah. That's why I tell most people, you keep saying it's not compulsory that you keep your beards. Listen, if you have put beards on your cheek, leave it and let it grow. Don't cut it off. Don't cut it off. These men were ashamed because the king that's canon shaved off one half of their beards, and that is why David has to stay in Jericho, until their beard be grown. Then they can return back to the city. Verse 6. And when the children of Ammon saw that they stank before David, the children of Ammon sent and hired Arami of Beit Rekov and Arami of Sova, 20,000 footmen, and of King Makkah 1,000 men, and of Ishtov 12,000 men. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the host of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array at the entering in of the gate. And the army of Sova and Rekov and of Rekov and Ishtov and Makkah were by themselves in the field. When Joab saw that the front of the battle was against him, before and behind, he chose of all the choice of Yasharel and put them in array against the army. And the rest of the people he delivered into the hand of Abishai his brother, that he might put them in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, if the army be too strong for me, then you shall help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for you, then I will come and help you. Be of good courage, and let us play the men for our people and for the cities of our Elohim, and Yahuwah do that which seem him good. And Joab drew near, and the people that were with him, unto the battle against the army, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the army were fled, then fled they also before Abishai, and entered into the city. So Joab returned from the children of Ammon and came to Jerusalem. And when the Arameans saw that they were smitten before Yasharel, they gathered themselves together, and Adaezer was sent and brought out the Arameans that were beyond the river. And they came to Kalam, and Shovak, the captain of the host of Adaezer, went before them. And when it was told David, he gathered all together Yasharel together, and passed over the Yarden, and came to Kalam, and the Arameans that set themselves in array against David, and they fought with him. And the Arameans fled before Yasharel, and David slew the men of 700 chariots of the Arameans, and 40,000 horsemen, and smote Shovak, the captain of their host, who died there. And when all the kings that were servants to Adaezer saw that they were smitten before Yasharel, they made peace with Yasharel and served them. So the Arameans feared to help the children of Ammon anymore. Last chapter for today, chapter 11. And it says, and it came to pass after the years was expired, that the time when the king go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servant with him and all Yasharel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. And it came to pass in the evening tide, that David arose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house, and from the roof he saw a woman washing herself, and the woman was very beautiful to look upon. And David sent and inquired after the woman, and one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the woman of Uriah the Hittite. And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him, and he lay with her, and she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned unto her house. And the woman conceived, and sent and told David, and said, I am with a child. And David sent to Joab, saying, Send me Uriah the Hittite. And Joab sent Uriah to El David. And when Uriah was come unto him, David demanded of him how Joab did, and how the people did, and how the war prospered. And David said to Uriah, Go, go, go down to your house and wash your feet. And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his Adonai, and went not down to his house. And when they had told David, saying, Uriah went not down unto his house, David sent unto Uriah, Came you not from your journey? Why then did you not go down to your house? And Uriah said unto El David, The ark and Yasharel and Yehuda abide in tents, and my Adonai Joab and the servants of my Adonai are encamped in the open field. Shall I then go into my house to eat and to drink, and to lie with my woman? As you live, and as your soul lives, I will not do this thing. And David said to Uriah, Tarry here today also, and tomorrow, and I will let you depart. So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and the morrow. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him, and he made him drunk. And at evening he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his Adonai, but went not down to his house. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a sefer to Joab, and sent it by the hand of Uriah, and wrote in the sefer, saying, Set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle, and retire ye from him, that he may be smitten and die. And it came to pass, when Joab observed the city, that he assigned Uriah unto the place where he knew the valiant men were. And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab, and there fell some of the people of the servant of David, and Uriah the Hittite died also. Then Joab sent and told David all the things concerning the war, and charged the messenger, saying, When you have made an end of telling the matters of the war unto the king, and if so that the king wrath he says unto him, Wherefore approach ye so near unto the city when ye did fight? Know ye not that they would shoot from the wall? Who smote Abimelech the son of Jerubesheth? Did not a woman cast a piece of a milestone upon him from the wall, that he died in Shevet? Why went ye near the wall? Then say you, Your servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also. So the messenger went and came and showed David all that you have sent him for. And the messenger said unto David, Surely the men prevailed against us, and came out unto us into the field, and we were upon them even unto the entering of the gate. And the shooters shoot from off the wall upon your servants, and some of the king's servants be dead. And your servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also. Then David said unto the messenger, Thus shall you say to Joab, Let not this thing displease you, for the sword devours one as well as another. Make your battle more strong against the city, and overthrow it, and encourage him. And when the woman of Uriah heard that a man was dead, she mourned for a man. And when the morning was past, David sent and fetched her to his house, and she became his woman and bore him a son. But the thing that David had done displeased Yahuwah. Do you see how David, because of his own power, because of his power, he tried to use his power to outthrone and did wrong to Uriah. He have committed the error already. If he had chosen to discipline himself, it wouldn't have gone that far. But he even went too far by even killing the innocent man because of what he has done with his wife. This we are going to break it the wrap for this episode of the program. Yes, we'll see again tomorrow to continue where we stop to see what happened, because at the end of this particular chapter, it was written that Yahuwah was displeased with what David did. So with this, I remain your humble host, Daniel Yesala Yasharala. And with this, I say shalom and bye for now.